Bonjour mes amis, welcome to my channel Dani la Prof. This is a channel which will present to you a series of lessons to learn French basics. It is dedicated to all who would like to take the time to learn French from scratch or to brush up on their French knowledge to become more confident users of the French language. So if you consider that this is useful, please subscribe and let's dive in our lesson of today. We are going to look at 4 ways to remember the numbers from 40 to 99. In our previous lesson, we looked into tricks and tips for learning the numbers from 0 to 39, and you will find the link here. You can use my other videos to refresh your mind. The numbers from 40 to 50 are going to be based on the word for 40 and the numbers 1, 2, and so. So in my previous lesson, I gave you one of the 4 tips was that the numbers from 1 to 9 are going to be second part of the bigger numbers. So this is when we are going to use that tip again. So the word for 40 is 40. Language tip again, we are not saying the U, we skip it as if it's not even there. 40. 41. 40 and 1. So this is how the French mind puts it together. 41. 42. 42. 43. 43. I am making a little pause in between them so that you take the time to repeat them. It is important that you hear yourself saying the words in French. 44. 44. 45. 45. 46. 46. 47. 47. 48. 48. 49. 49. 50. 50. We notice that the ending of ant is again in the word 50. Now a little reminder, a little refresher, and it's going to be rappel in French. When writing the compound numbers, we are going to use the little tiret, which is the little dash between all of the words. Yeah, so you notice that when the word is compound, when the number is compound of more than one word, we are using the little dash. And there is this little exception on all of the numbers that have 41 to 51 and so. The dash is not there. Okay, so let's go into the numbers from 50 to 79. And given that we had a very good example on the 40 to 50, we are going to use that as a pattern and skip a few in our 50s. Yeah, so let's say 50, 50. And we are going to go into only 51. 51. Because based on your 40s, you can easily go and change 51 into 52 by adding 2. 52. You can change it into 53 by adding 3. 53. we are not forgetting the little dash. For 53, for 54, we are going to say 54, and so on and so forth. For 60, we are going to say 60, 60, 60, and we notice that the letters OI will make the sound wa, and the letter X is read S, 60. And we are having another example, 61, 61. Let's think of how we would say 62 now. 62. Yes, very well. If we think of 63, we will be saying 63, and so on and so forth. Let's go into our 70. So if you notice, 70 is actually formed of 60 plus 10, 70. And from here on, we are going to keep the 60, and then we change the 10 into 11 to make 71. 71. And then we change the 11 into 12 to make 72. And this is the all of the examples of 70 go down. So the astuce de langue, the tip and trick that we need to remember for the 70 is that all numbers from 70 to 79 are formed by adding up. What are we adding up? For 71, we add 60 and 11, 71. Say it with me, 71. For 72, we are adding 60 and 12, 72. 72. For 73, we are adding 60 and 13, 73. 73. For 74, we are adding 60 and 14, 74. 74. For 75, we are adding 60 and 15, 75. 75. For 76, we are adding 60 and 16, 76. 76. And we notice that from here on it becomes 3 words because 17, 18, and 19 are in French formed out of 10 and 7, 10 and 8, 10 and 9. So 77 is going to be 77. 77. 78, 78. 78. And you hear me making la liaison, the connection in between the words here, and X makes the sound Z united to this U. Age is silent. We do not pronounce age as rule of thumb. 18. 78. And 79 is formed of 60 and 19. 79. 79. This is interesting about the French language, right? And we are going to go into 80 to 99. And this is becoming a little bit even more interesting because we are looking at 80. 20. 4, we already know that means 4. 20 without the S at the end means 20. So think about it, 4 multiplied by 20 will have the number 80. 81, 81, 82, 82, 83, 83, 84, 84, 85, 85, 86, 86, 87, 87, 88, 88, 89, 89. And a little astuce de langue again, a little tip or trick. All numbers from 80 to 89 are formed by multiplying 4 by 20 and adding up the numbers from 1 to 9. Yeah? So we already noticed that all of the numbers for 80 will start with 4, 4, multiplied by 20, 20, and then adding the numbers from 1 to 9. Okay. And now the numbers from 19 to 99, which is getting even more interesting for all of the math lovers, and now math and language lovers. Okay, so let's look at how we are saying the 90 now. So based off on 80, 80, we are going to add 10, which is 10. 90, and this is how we say the number 90. 90, 90. We will change the 10 at the end, the 10 at the end, into 11 to make it 91. 91. 91. We change 11 into 12. 92. 4, 20, 12. 4 multiplied by 20 plus 12. 93. 93. 94. 94. 95. 95. 96. 96. 97. Now, how interesting is that? 4 multiplied by 20 plus 17. And we already know that 17 is 10 and 7. So to say 97, we will be saying 97. Think about 98 now. What shall we be changing in this ending here? That's right, 98. 98. And the last one, the most interesting, will become 99. 99. Yeah? And my astuce de langue now is going to be my tip and trick for you, is going to be that all numbers from 90 to 99 are formed by multiplying 4 by 20 and adding the numbers from 11 to 19. So math lovers are going to be loving forming the numbers from 90 to 91. All right, let's see how much we can remember out of today's lesson. I'm going to ask, comment est-ce qu'on dit en français? How do you say it in French? And you need to hear what I say and give me the French number. Comment est-ce qu'on dit en français 63? Oui, très bien, 63. Comment est-ce qu'on dit en français 83? Oui, super, 83. Très bien. Comment est-ce qu'on dit en français 57? Super, 57. Comment est-ce qu'on dit en français 48? Très bien, 48. 48. And now on this other side, I'm going to ask the question in a different way. How do you say in French? In English, sorry. How do you say in English? 73. 73. You might want to spot the little different word compared to our left side in the blue words. 73. Very well done. 73. How do you say it in English? 93. 93. Again, you might want to notice the little different words and very well. 93. How do you say it in English? 75. 75. Excellent. 75. How do you say it in English? 80. 80. Absolutely, yes. 80. Thank you for participating to my lesson today. I'm going to give you 2 language learning tips as our usual in all our lessons so far. My first language tip that I'm going to give to you is to allow yourself to make mistakes. We only grow when we keep on trying, and especially with numbers, it is particularly well to encourage yourself and allow yourself to make mistakes. And the second language learning tip is to find strategies to help your brain remember the new words. And that's why I keep on giving the little tricks and tips of language learning so that you find ways of helping your brain remember the new words. If you liked my video, make sure to give it a like, leave me a comment, and don't forget to subscribe and ring the notification bell. À très très bientôt.